Hello, my name is Matt Hawkins and I'm a sports chaplain with Sports Chaplaincy New Zealand, and together with Volleyball New Zealand we're bringing you Wellness Wednesday. I have a special love for volleyball. The high school that I went to was Western Heights High School, and during the 1980s when I was a student there, our first team did exceptionally well at the high school national champs, often picking up titles through that period. I did play volleyball, but I played at the third team, and we were pretty competitive, but not quite as good as our first team. For Wellness Wednesday, what I would like to talk about is how we manage change and how we approach change in the midst of the difficult circumstances of the COVID-19. I would like to introduce you to a really neat little story called Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. And it's a simple story about four characters, two mice and two little people. The two mice and the two people live in a little maze, and in that maze is cheese, and that's what they eat. And every day the cheese at a certain time at a certain place of the maze is deposited, and the little people and the little mice go out and they find the cheese and they eat to their heart's content. The mice find the cheese using their noses, very basic, while these little people, they use incredibly sophisticated techniques, and they rationalize that the cheese will always be there at a certain time, at a certain location in the maze. One day, the cheese isn't there. The two mice, well, they use their noses. They start exploring the maze with their noses to find new cheese. The little people, on the other hand, well, they have their sophisticated theories and processes, and they have theorized that the cheese should be at a certain place in the maze at a certain time of the day, and they go back there every day until they start to starve. Eventually, weakened, they start to go and find cheese in different locations. Meanwhile, the mice have found new cheese and are happily munching away. I encourage you to get the book because there's a lot more in the book and a lot more principles, but what it does encourage us is that in the midst of change, embrace it and look for new opportunities, look for new ways of doing things, and basically use your common sense and your nose.